right next to your buddy. Sorry. Hey, how are you? Happy New Year. Yeah. Thanks for the ride back there. Oh, good. All right. Well, that's part of the year for everybody. Yeah. Well, it's good. We had over 40 works this year that we, profiled and stuff. Yeah. So, well, it's a lot of footwork to pull it all together. So, yeah. You're welcome. Hey, Happy New Year. Hey, good. How are you?
Good.
Happy New Year. Yeah, all right. Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Thank you.
All right. All right.
Hey, George. How are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Happy New
Jay,
Year.
great to see you.
Steve, always.
Great to see you. You've become the official recorder of Rise history these days.
That's what we're trying for.
Are they not? The city's not videotaping this? Do you think? Or
I think this they probably do. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome Please rise for the presentation of colors.
Face.
Please state.
Present. Arms.
Please stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing. I'd like to call Lulu Taggart to come sing the national anthem.
Face. Mark time. March. Forward. March.
You may be seated. I'd like to invite Rabbi Broker for the invocation.
I'm going to ask you to rise one more time. Eternal God, source of justice and compassion, on this threshold moment, we pause to offer gratitude. The book of Psalms teaches, Zeh hayom asa Adonai nagila v'nismecha bo. This is the day that God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Today is such a day shaped by effort, by hope, and by the sacred work of democracy. We give thanks for the city of Rye, for generations who have walked its streets, labored in its stores, learned in its schools, played in its parks, made homes out of its houses, prayed in its sanctuaries, and believed that tomorrow could be better than yesterday. For those who came before and planted seeds they would never live to see fully bloom. The prophet Amos envisioned a society where justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. May that vision guide this council as it begins its work. May policy be shaped not only by strategy, but through wisdom. Not only by power, but by responsibility. We acknowledge today what has not happened before in this city. A council unified in shared values, and a council expanded by history. With the election of the first African-American councilwoman, whose family's roots in Rye reach back through generations. May her presence remind us that history is not static, that belonging can deepen over time, and that leadership is strongest when it reflects the full story of a community. The Torah commands, tzedek, tzedek tirdof, justice, justice shall you pursue. Justice not as an abstraction, but as daily practice, in listening carefully, in disagreeing honorably, in remembering that every decision touches real lives. Bless these public servants with the wisdom of Solomon, to know when to speak and when to listen, with the courage of Esther, to act when silence would be easier, and with the humility of Moses, who led not for his own sake, but for the sake of the people. May this council govern with integrity, may debate sharpen rather than divide, and may the work done in this chamber bring safety, dignity, and opportunity to all who call home to this wonderful city of Rye. And let us together say, Amen. Ladies.
I'm not really sure how I top that, so thank you, Rebecca Kirkland. Good morning, distinguished guests, residents, neighbors, family, and friends. Thank you all for being here on this special day. My name is Danielle Taggart, and I will be your MC this morning. Before we begin, I have the auspicious duty of acknowledging some of the folks who've joined us here today. So if I forget you, please forgive me, and I'd like to say I'll buy you a drink later. We have our Congressman George Latimer, who began his many years of public service right here on this day. Our newly inaugurated County Executive Ken Jenkins will be joining us, and our friend and advocate, State Senator Shelley Mayer, and a man who also began his service in this room, our former mayor and our current New York State Assemblyman, Steve Otis. We also have our former county legislator, Catherine Parker, and the man who is going to be replacing her. There's a hard shoes to fill, Anant Nambiar. So thank you all for being here. I also, you'll be hearing from some of these folks throughout the program, but I also want to acknowledge our city's past mayors and city council members who are joining us. So I'm going to embarrass you and ask you to please rise to be acknowledged. I see you. Want to acknowledge our current city council members who are here today, Jensen and Cunningham. And we would not be here if it wasn't for the work of our amazing city staff. We have a small staff, but small and mighty. So Brian Shea, our interim city manager, thank you so much. So 10 years ago, Josh, Marion, Amy, and James, I sat where we did. I remember the feeling of pride and a deep sense of personal responsibility for every resident in the city. And I look out at you, and I see that you carry the same sense of responsibility. And I know you will serve as well, because all four of you understand that our city deserves leadership. Leadership that will listen with empathy. And it should not go unmentioned, although it already was, that today carries historic significance as our city has elected its first Black council member in Marion Anderson. But if I may give you a piece of truly what I consider profound advice. Always leave yourself more time when going to the grocery store or walking your dog. Because people will inevitably want to chat when they see you. They will want to hear your opinions or express theirs on a variety of issues that they have read about or heard about. And you will always be there to listen. So remember to leave yourself more time. And with that, I don't want to take up too much time this morning. And so I'm going to change the program around just a little bit. And it is my honor to introduce our current congressman, former everything. He has represented us in every part of this government. And he is a friend and a neighbor. People in Washington, D.C. call him Congressman. We just call him George.
And Happy New Year to all of you, to your families. We have a challenging year ahead of us. The City Council that's going to be sworn in today has a challenging year ahead of us, but as has been proven in this room year after year, we're up to the task. I want to highlight one of the people that stood up just a second ago. Beth Griffin Matthews is a colleague of mine and a friend of mine. We go to Resurrection Church together, and her husband is a Met fan, and he and I are in permanent mourning. We get together, all you Yankee fans. All do we do, it seems. But 38 years ago, when I was elected, and I sat in that chair right there, Beth had previously been elected to the City Council. In fact, I was in this room in 1986, 4 years ago, when she was sworn into office as a councilman. She was sworn in alongside of Marion Anderson, who was on the wall as a mayor, Warren Ross when he was a councilman. And also at that time, Ellen Miller. And Ellen is still with us. But Mary Ann and Warren are gone. So every time I see them, I realize that she and I were the kitty core of that council. We were both in our 30s. She's still in her 30s. And yet, how much did she give to this city over 8 years of voluntary service? Every person who stood up has given voluntary service to this community. No salary. You never see a story about the stock transactions that were made by a city councilman building off of their inside knowledge of how the city is going to make their decision. And it is an admirable group of people. Beth Griffin, please stand up. Thank you, Chief. Let me also say a word today, I think it's appropriate, and the new council, I know, will reflect this. The word bipartisanship, sorely needed in this nation. The three gentlemen that I see in this room that I know and I consider friends. Doug French, whom I appointed during my county years to a position on one of our boards and commissions. Bill Henderson, who served this community well as a councilman, and Keith Cunningham, who continues to serve as a councilman. We owe a debt of gratitude, even if we don't agree on an issue or even on a philosophy. We owe a debt of gratitude, whatever party we're in, to the people that are in a different political party. Because it's that balance that keeps America free. Gentlemen, please stand up. The day belongs to the new members of the council. I'm honored to be able to give greetings. I know that some of the notice and said that they are going to do that. And County Executive Ken Jenkins, as you said, have all these positions already. I've learned some things from sitting in this room for 4 years, that date back almost 4 years ago. And I learned them, and I took them to the county government, and I took them to the state legislation, both houses. I took them back to the county when I had the opportunity to run the county government. And now they are sorely being tested in Washington, D.C. But I'm home every weekend. I'm generally at Poppy's, or at Kelly's. You can see me there in the morning and the evening, just about every night with Robert. And I know that this government, this council, and this level of government is closer to what Jefferson intended, closer to what Madison intended, closer to what John Jay intended when he wrote the Federalist Papers, than the governments that I have served in since I left here. And if somehow when I get on that Amtrak train Tuesday morning, I could somehow figure out how to channel what ride government is like. Unpaid, not doing it for the connections you can make, that you can work bipartisanly, and bring that to where it is most sorely needed. Then I would be doing my most important and my last task as a public official. Let me say it has been my joy to live in the city on Wainwright Street with my wife in her hometown for 40 years. At some point in time, I'm going to move my address to North Street, This city is a wonderful city, and it's a wonderful city, not because of any one of us, because all of us. God bless you.
Thank you. It is now my privilege to call up Marion Anderson, who will be sworn in by Judge Kesavan.
I, Marion Anderson,
I, Marion Anderson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of the City Council member
the duties of the office of the City Council member
or any other office of the City of Rye
or any other office of the City of Rye
according to the best of my ability.
according to the very best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, I'm throwing off. Ken Jenkins was supposed to be what I was going to say, but Ken Jenkins was sworn in a few days ago, and there are some similarities there. He is the first Black county executive for Westchester County, and I'm pleased to say that I'm the first Black African American council person for the city of Rye. He reminded us that Westchester County was founded in 1683. Why predates that? Why was settled in 1660, so we've got 23 years on the count. It's a milestone that I'm proud to share, being the first Black council member elected to Rye. And it's been a long time coming for both Westchester County and the city of Rye. So, I'm a lifer, as Jay does those articles, the lifers. Born at United Hospital, grew up in Rye, went to Hoscombe School, my father went to Hoscombe Rye. So, a long time, 30 years. But Rye has a really fascinating history. And we started with indigenous people, European settlers coming here. We went through the colonial era, independence, even the painful chapters of slavery that, yes, touched little Rye, New York. Rye was the home to slaveholders, and Playland Beach was once a port for incoming slave ships. Over the years, we've seen immigration, industrialization, suburbanization. In many ways, the story of Rye is the story of America. So our work here in Rye is important to Shelley's work, and important to Steve's work, and important to George's work, because it's all human. We're all working together. So, as I said, I grew up here, and I remember the melting pot of neighborhoods here. We had little Dublin with our Irish, our German families. I grew up in the Italian section of Glen Oaks. Jewish families, Black families, our community. Today we have a lot of new families with young children, lifelong residents like me, but it really is diverse. Its history and its people are more diverse than most of us realize. So looking ahead, our incoming council, keep over there, look forward to getting to know you, is committed to working together with the right community to protect our heritage while building a vision for the future. That vision must honor lessons from the past and welcome new ideas, new perspectives. And we have to work collaboratively with our neighboring communities to solve issues that go beyond artificial geographic borders. It takes a city, and it's going to take a village, and it's going to take a town, and it's going to take the county, and it's going to take the state, and it will take the United States of America for all of us to succeed. So I want to thank the voters for your confidence. The Rice City Democratic Committee, Danielle here, who did an amazing job leading us. The city staff has just done a tremendous job. And my fellow council members for their support. So, congratulations to our new mayor and our new council, and I'm excited to work with everyone in this room to shape the future. Thank you.
In 2018, George Latimer was our state senator, and he went on to become county executive. And there was a special election, and we are so lucky that in this place we got a pretty special person. State Senator Shelley Mayer is a friend, an advocate. She's the current chair of the Senate Committee on Education, so that we know that all our children are getting the best possible education with someone like Shelley looking out for them in Albany. It is my honor to call State Senator Shelley Mayer.
It truly is an honor for me to represent the city of Rye. First of all, I'm surrounded by the Rye people in Steve and George. I really have had to learn Rye very intensely. Everything about it, from Steve's time as mayor, George's time on the council, and then to figure out that this place was this true jewel. I came here one time with my kids and grandkids to the chili cook-off on a very cold day, and my kids said to me, "Why didn't you always bring us here?" I'm sorry, we did go to Playland, but we didn't know how special Rye was. And I am very, very honored to represent this community. Together with Steve, working with the mayor and the council and the staff to do our very best at the state level for the city of Rye and for the Rye School District, which we will continue to do. But let me just say a word about being on a council in a locality. This is sort of the heart of democracy, but also, in my opinion, one of the hardest jobs you can have as an elected official. It's not just going to the supermarket. It's that because you are dealing with things that really matter to real people, emotions get high. Intensity gets at a level that is not always comfortable. And yet you are committed as volunteers, people of different views, different parties, to work together for the common good. And that takes a certain kind of willingness to put the higher values ahead of self-interest. And that is one of the reasons that people lose faith in government. They don't see enough of it. In Rye, we have seen that. We have seen people put their differences aside on behalf of the greater good, whether it's on flooding, which was such an issue here after Ida, if it was on behalf of the school district, which was facing challenges, where Steve and I were able to be helpful, if it is on working on capital projects that the city of Rye needed help from the state government to be able to do. It is an honor to work with the city of Rye, the elected officials, and I am so thrilled to be here for this swearing in of the new mayor and the new council members, and work with existing members to make sure that we continue to do our very best for this very special place in a moment where we really need faith in our local democracy and our local government. We have it here in Rye. We're so fortunate. I wish every place had what Rye has. Thank you very much.
It is now my privilege to call up Amy Kesavan. Amy's family, do you want to come up and join her up here?
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of the City Council
the duties of the office of the City Council
or any other office of the City of Rye
or any other office of the City of Rye
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today. What Marion said is beautiful, and I can almost not capture it better. I'm actually not the first mom elected to City Council. And I just want to start there and say thank you, and use this few moments that I have to really thank everybody. And I want to start out with saying thank you to my family, because there was a lot of work and time away that went into campaigning. And in fact, on election day, I was on my way home because we knocked on doors till the very end. And Carson called me and said, "Mom, where are you?" And I said, "I'll be there in a minute." And I was just driving down the street, and I get home, and I say, "Where is everybody?" I'm yelling for everybody at the house. And Boston comes down and says, "Hi." And I said, "Where are the kids?" He goes, "I don't know." And I said, I told Preston, and I said, "Preston, where are you?" He goes, "I'm at school. What are you going to be here?" There were a lot of those moments, and I just want to thank my family for that. I'm sure it won't be the last one like that. I want to thank everybody in the front row here, from George and Shelley and Steve, Anat and Catherine, for paving the way and doing such honorable work to allow us to get elected and continue our legacy. Their reputations and their work has really paved the way, along with many of the city council members that have come before us. So thank you. And most importantly, thank you to the voters who showed up. We took this race very, very seriously. We really worked hard to earn your trust. And thank you for showing up and supporting us. Josh Nathan, I want to thank you for the incredible vision and leadership that you provided our team. Rye is so lucky to have you as our mayor, and I'm so lucky to be serving with you. And Marion and James, thank you so much for your mentorship and support throughout the campaign as well. I'm really looking forward to this. If anybody knows me, they know I love government. They know I love Rye. I love meetings and I love group projects. So if you're sitting in there and you're thinking, geez, I love Rye and government and long meetings and group projects too, I just want you to know we have lots of opportunity available. And election starting at probably in about 20 minutes, we'll be looking for candidates for next year. So if you feel so inspired, talk to the party boss. Thank you, everybody, and I appreciate it.
She's right, you know, you can just come see me. One of the things that was really important to us was to make sure that we include our younger generations in this event. I'm honored that my daughter let me rope her into this. So Lulu, thank you. And it's now my privilege to call up two girls that have spent a lot of time in my home. I'm not going to lie, so I'm definitely not objective, but I'd like to invite Sage Abbey and Sydney Healy, two Rhinebeck juniors, to come up and do a poem for us.
I hear America singing, the very carols I hear, those of mechanics, each one singing his as it should be light and strong. The carpenter singing his as he measures his plank for view, the mason singing his as he makes ready for work or he's off work. The boatman singing what belongs to him in his boat, the deckhand singing on the steamboat deck, the shoemaker singing as he sits on his bench, the hatter singing as he stands. The woodcutter's song, the plowboy's on his wagon in the morning, or at noon into
singing what belongs to him or her and to none else. The day what belongs to the day. At night a party of young fellows, robust, friendly, singing with open mouths their strong melodious songs. That was Walt Whitman's I Hear America Singing. And as Reverend Cook said, today is a day that in these halls we are definitely singing. There's one person in the New York State Assembly I know that I can always call. Not only because he has the best interest of every single person in this room, in the city, in his district, in New York State, at heart, but he's also one of the hardest workers that I have ever had the privilege to call a friend. He was our mayor for 3 terms. He is now working every day to protect our environment, working on AI when no one else was. Steve Otis was the first. It is my privilege to call up my friend, Steve Otis.
Thank you, Danielle. I just have to begin with an aside that you may have missed something that is a phenomenon on the city council. When Marion Anderson was about to be sworn in, she told the mayor to come up here and hold the Bible. And so what you learn is that any city council person is basically in the habit of telling mayors what to do. But today is a day of renewal. This village was formed in 1904, and the city of Rye formed in 1942, because the people of Rye wanted their local government to be very focused on neighborhood issues, on community issues. They wanted more responsiveness and control, so that's why we became a village, and that's why we became a city. And in a sense, every community has their own legacy of creation, but that is very important to understand what the duties and the responsibilities of the Rye City Council is today, to pay attention, to listen. And so one of the things that I speak to anybody about local government anywhere, but certainly in Rye, is the first duty is to come to meetings and keep an open mind and be eligible to change your views based upon the comments from the public, the comments from colleagues, the comments from professional staff. And I have no doubt that this new assemblage of 7 very different individuals will do that. To keep Cunningham, I did 2 years where I was alone as 6 Republicans, 1 Democrat, and you observe the inverse of that. Do not worry. Because the reality is, everyone doesn't agree. And actually, that's a good thing. And so even if people are of the same party, you're going to have leverage, and you're going to have respect, and you're all going to deal as colleagues. I also think that you have to approach these tasks with a sense of humility, and so a quote that I've always used and continue to use from President Eisenhower is, "Don't make your mistakes too quickly." I love it because it's caution and it's humility in one phrase, but we have great individuals joining the council. We have 2 individuals carrying over. I want to do a shout out to all the city council people and former mayors that are here or in the community, and thank them, and also to thank the 3 outgoing officials, Mayor Josh Cohn, Bill Henderson, and Julie Sousa, for their service. It is a task, it is a responsibility. When people sign up to be on the city council, they don't always know what they're getting into, and that's probably the case for the newcomers here. But as George and Catherine and I, who have served here and served in other places, can testify, you will be surprised, and you should not count on anyone's vote with you, Mr. Mayor, just because they ran with you or whatever, because people should think independently, and that is really the way it should be. So with that, I'm honored to be here. Congratulations to the 4 of you, and to Keith, and to Jamie, who there's a dog walking together, Jamie. That they're going to do a great job, and these are important responsibilities, and we are thrilled to share the moment with Shelley, George, Catherine, and I. Congratulations to everybody, and they'll do well for the city of Rye.
It is now my privilege to call up James Board to be sworn in.
Raise your right hand. I, James Ward,
I, James Ward,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of the City Council
the duties of the office of the City Council
or any other office of the City of Rye
or any other office of the City of Rye
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
I'm a warm-up for George. First and foremost, I would like to thank my family and friends who supported me over the last year. 2025 was a crazy year, and I'm happy it's over. And I couldn't have made it without you. I'm happy to face 2026 with new challenges and new hopes for a better future. And in this, I'm happy to be given the amazing opportunity to help lead this community. As Adlai Stevenson once said, the ability to govern is the final test of politics. It's not just enough to get elected, you need to do the job. A job without pay, as George said. With this opportunity, there are many responsibilities. First and foremost, we reaffirm our duty to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution, which I don't take lightly. With this opportunity is also the responsibility to make good on campaign promises, to bring an era of comprehensive planning, to make the city the best version of itself possible. With this opportunity also comes to make good on the promises I made to myself to bring efficiency and sustainability to our community. With this opportunity, the duty to serve the people of Rye, regardless of who we voted for. And finally, for those who did vote for me, thank you for believing in me. I won't let you down. Thank you very much.
So I changed up the program in hopes that our county executive would make it on time. Unfortunately, I know that he had other engagements this morning and he was trying to rush over. So I will just be brief before we get to the main attraction. I've known Josh now for about over a decade. I know him to be honorable, smart, sometimes long-winded, but there is nobody with a better heart or a better brain when it comes to the way that this city should be governed. You know, Josh often likes to talk about his time on the school board. I don't know if you're aware of that. But he did great things up there. You know, he knew how to bring people together. He knew things weren't always easy, and people, you know, they have very strong opinions in this city. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. But he managed it well. He never made anybody feel inferior or their thoughts to be inferior. That's a leader that we need. That's a mayor that we want. And so I am very fortunate City of Rye will be sworn in again by Judge Taylor Missionary. Pam Howe, would you come up and join?
I, Josh Nathan,
I, Josh Nathan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge
of the office of mayor
the office of mayor
or any other office of the City of Rye
or any other office of the City of Rye
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Maybe a teenager for a moment.
Is it a selfie?
All of you. Oh, wow. Now I have to get through this. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming this morning. I have some very specific thank yous to express, and then I will speak a little bit about our council, our city, and the road ahead. Thank you to everyone who has supported me over many years. And thank you for this opportunity to lead. Thank you everyone who ran for office in 2020, and to your supporters as well. Because we are best served in a democracy where there is choice and thoughtful discourse and thoughtful competition for good ideas. And at least here in the city of Rye, after elections are concluded, we set aside partisanship and we come together to govern for the benefit of everyone. Thank you to my wife, Pam. You have supported my volunteer service in Rye since I ran for school board back in 2002. You are the unsung hero of anything good I do. Thank you. Thank you to my wife. Thank you to my son, Hal. Thank you for all your support and your superb work on our campaign branding and media. Thank you to our terrific campaign manager, Harry Russell. I worked with both of these young men on 3 successful elections. They are 35 years my junior. The world needs their respective talents on a much bigger stage. The future will be bright with them. We just have to preserve it for them. Thank you to all of this morning's participants. Congressman Latimer, Senator Mayer, Senator Minotis, Legislator Navier. What an honor. I so look forward to continuing to work with each of you on behalf of our city. Judge Missionary, I interviewed you when you were nominated to our city court. Thank you for administering the oath for me today and for all of us. Thank you to this behind-the-scenes team of an amazing city staff led by our interim manager, Brian Shea. You make things happen. We are so fortunate for the excellence you bring to work every single day we live in the city. Rabbi Gruber, Lou, Sage, Sydney, and Fiona in advance. Thank you for capturing the spirit of this moment, a moment of joy and promise. And thanks to our MC. Former Councilmember Tager, I asked you to organize and speak at our inauguration because you and I have worked together, get all these folks elected, get me elected, get Jamie elected, get Keith elected, over multiple elections. I've run with every single one of the folks on the council. I have years ago after Hurricane Ida, I met a young family, brand new to Rye. They had just lost everything in the flood. It was terrible. They were lost. They were at the Newcomers Club with a carriage and their kids, living someplace, not their home. We sat and we talked. We talked about their hopes and their plans, what they might do next. I shared that my family's home had been destroyed in the fire in our second year of this town. And how grateful we were for our friends. And how amazing this community has been. And that they should know that. This past November, I was knocking on doors in the final hours of the election, and I knocked on the door, and a woman opened the door. She looked familiar, and she said to me, "I'm so glad we stayed. We love it here. Our kids are so happy." And that's how I feel every day. So grateful for what this community has been in our toughest times and in our best times. I heard we love it here at so many doors. I hear it from people all the time. And I want to make sure that that love of place, that sense of joy and promise, is something that endures for all of us. And so now the road ahead, a little less romantic. Comprehensive planning, sustainability elements are a top priority. The 2026 Council, all of us, already began to work on it the day after election, interviewing consultants. We will continue to advance science-based initiatives to combat flooding. Following the election, I started working with our neighbors through the Long Island Sound Watershed Intermunicipal Council, which is being newly reconstituted, to join us together with our neighbors, fight flooding, and work on storm mitigation. Or storm resilience, we can mitigate the storm. We will, in our governing the city of Rye, be neighborhood focused. We will work to protect the local character of every neighborhood, access to recreation, and quality of life, including safety, quiet enjoyment. You will see that play out in the first half of this year through legislative and traffic and pedestrian safety initiatives that are already in the works. And we will be a council of gratitude. Come to our first meeting on July 7th, where we will honor former legislator Catherine Parker. I'm so honored to serve as your mayor. I'm so honored to serve with this crowd and that crowd. And I'm so excited for the work ahead. May 2026 be joyful and Rye. Thank you.
It is now a great honor to call, we had a Ryan graduate, we had 2 Ryan Deckers. Now let's bring out our Rye City Senior Fiona Green to sing God Bless America. Please rise.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land
And now, Josh, Marion, Amy James, along with Jamie and Keith, you are in charge of what happens to us for the next 4 years. No pressure or anything. But this is the hard part. It's the government. It's listening. It's coming in to this room without any preconceived notions. It's allowing residents to be heard. Residents, us, all of us, we just want to be heard. Because sometimes that doesn't happen at home. I don't know about you. So we are looking to you to guide us and to lead us with warmth, smarts, which I know you have, and empathy, as I said earlier. And so with that, good luck. Thank you all for being here and putting your faith and your trust in our new government. So please join us. Let's eat together. Let's break bread or gluten-free toast or whatever it is you choose to eat. And have a great day. Thank you so much, everybody.
Oh yeah, sure.
what's up?
Jose, how are you?
I'm doing fine. What about you?
Great. Glad that you're here.
Yeah.
How come you're here?
Sean invited me. Sean invited me.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. And I'll see you Thursday?
Sorry?
You're going to come Thursday?
Yeah, sure.
Good. How's school?
It's going pretty well. Yeah.
Have you heard from any colleges?
Yeah. I got into Notre Dame. I think I'm going.
No way. My man. That's great. That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so well deserved. That's great.
Thank you.
And now what's happening with your parents?
So they're still working.
Do they know what's coming next?
So with the stuff in Minnesota, my mom and my father, they both live in Minnesota, and my father's Minnesota.
Oh, really?
So my mom's looking to transfer to Venezuela.
To Venezuela?
Yeah.
To go back there?
To the UN.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
that's bold. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I won't be there, so.
That would make me very nervous, but that's wonderful of it.
Yeah, I mean, we have to wait to see how.
Listen, some people run from problems. I've always run to problems. My life would be better. It sounds like your parents are very similar in that sense. That's great. What can I help you with? Anything that you're looking for an internship or anything like that, or what's going on?
I mean, yeah, I'm looking for internships, or if you want help in the campaign, I will allow you.
Well, I mean, the campaign is going to start soon,
yeah.
But I'll definitely call you back. What type of work would you like to do internships on?
So I'm looking to study political science or economics.
Yeah.
So anything related to.
Okay. So, and now, are you a citizen or not?
No, I'm not a citizen.
Okay. So let me make some phone calls. I have your cell, you have mine. Text me, and that's amazing. By the way, absolutely. Notre Dame, are you Catholic?
Yeah.
Gotta go. Right? We've had a dozen people from my kids' high school who've gone there. The education, the relationships, the future jobs that they've got have been unbelievable. If you want to talk to any people who have gone there, I'm happy to put you in touch with them. They're graduated. They went there on scholarship. They had, they met people from all over. Life changing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So happy for you. Good. Glad to see you.
Yeah.
I will see you around, and I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah. Great. Thank you.
like me, you need to do that.
And now she shows up.
Couldn't find parking. It's so crazy over here to find parking.
Well, I'm getting a group picture a little bit.
Right? I can get my purse.
Smile. 1, 2, 3.
Right. It's just sorry. Sorry not to ride with me. I'm always annoyed. Yeah, I'm gonna head over there. I just figured yeah, I didn't want to stand over there as the first person there and stuff my face because I'm the only one that eats those things. I am. Like, I'm the only one. And then, like, there's always You're eating, huh? Well, it does not show. You do well. You do well.